A NoMoreStinkyMonkeys.com production. Our tenant and very good friend Paul drives all day for his job, so he needs something interesting to listen to throughout the day. Most of the time, that's sports talk radio, but when he's bored with that, he switches over to WFUV, Fordham College Radio here in New York City. It's the only place to hear new music that is not in the mainstream. So even though I would not call him a trendsetter, on more than one occasion he has turned me on to a new band he heard on there that wasn't on commercial radio yet. His greatest find over the last 5 years has to be this next act. When he told me about them, I opened up their video on YouTube, and to say I instantly fell in love with their sound is an understatement. Like Taylor Swift, if they were around a bit longer, they would be much higher on my list. But for now, they are number 175, Mumford and Sons. They formed in 2007 with a similar interest in the country folk styles of American singers like Woody Guthrie and Bob Dylan, and a group like the Old Crow Medicine Show. They all play multiple instruments like guitar, drums, bass, keyboards, banjo, mandolin, and something called the resonator guitar. A few groups were playing similar music in West London at the time, and writers there tried to see it as a trend or a scene. But Marcus Mumford, the leader of the band, said it was more like a community of shared interest, which to me sounds like a trend or a scene. They got their name from the band's leader and the idea that it sounded like an old-time store. So they performed and grew an audience organically throughout England and were signed to a record contract. When they recorded their first album, Sigh No More, which is a quote from Shakespeare, they self-financed the album to ensure that it wouldn't get any technical or artistic compromises from their label. Their first U.S. television appearance was on David Letterman back in February 2010, and they played the song my friend Paul told me about, Little Lion Man. They did well in Australia, New Zealand, and in England, but really took off in America after performing The Cave on the Grammys in 2011. Their U.S. sales doubled following that show. In September 2012, they performed on Saturday Night Live with the hits I Will Wait and Below My Feet from their new album Babel, and that record shot straight to #1 in the U.S. and the U.K. Their sound is old-timey, like right out of the classic movie about 30s country folk music, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's fun and relaxing at the same time, and filled with great harmonies, literary lyrics, and incredible play from several acoustic instruments. They have always been about the music, and that will make them stars for years to come in my mind. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? From the Freditor.